Good evening and welcome. Welcome everybody. This is Thursday. It's 8 p.m. and we are here. We are live. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to tonight. Thank you so much for being here. If you can see me and you can hear me, please let me see a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you can see me and that you can hear me. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Please let me see your comments in the comment section that you can see me and you can hear me loud and clear. Thank you so much for keeping a date with us again tonight, every Thursday. Like clockwork, we are here and we are live. Thank you so much for being here. Every Thursday, we are here, and we want to say we are very grateful that you are always here with us. If you can see me, if you can hear me, let me see a comment, let me see an emoji, let me see something. Let me see something in the comment section. I'm mighty excited to be here this fine Thursday evening. I trust you've had a great day, and I trust that you are ready for tonight. You know how we do this. You know how we do this. Tonight is going to be interesting. It's going to be special. It's going to be thought-provoking. It's going to be eye-opening. Please be here tonight. Thank you so much for being here, and invite everyone you know to join us tonight. Tonight we are talking hard conversations. You know how the time comes when you have to go from chewing flesh to chewing bones, right? Yes. So tonight we are talking about hard conversations, but hard conversations that you absolutely need to have. And so if you are here, please get everyone in your circle, get your friends, get your neighbors, get your colleagues, get your family, get everybody in on this call. We all need to start exploring these conversations, and tonight is going to be amazing, because we're going to be breaking down 10 hard conversations that you must have to position yourself for amazing things going forward. These weekly live webinars are brought to you by the Advanced Lounge community. The Advanced Lounge is a haven for people who are learning, who are growing, who are becoming more valuable versions, more superior versions of themselves. In the Advanced Lounge, we understand that everybody wants change. As you are here, you are listening to me, you want change, one kind of change or the other, whether it's in your physical body, whether it's in your workplace, whether it's in your home, whether it's in the nation. We even want change in the world. We want world peace. We want all sorts of things. The change that we want, and everybody wants it. But that change that you so desperately need to see, want to see, that change must start with you. Yes. In the Advanced Lounge, the focus is on you. All the while we've always been focusing on people, things, government and all that. We have dwelt in that realm for so long, where we are always holding other people responsible for the things that we want to see. Well, we preach a different message, that the change that you want to see starts with you. And so the focus is on you. And then in the Advanced Lounge, we believe in equipping ourselves, understanding that change is a process, that we are on a journey of personal growth, a journey of personal development, and everything doesn't happen in one day, but you've got to be committed to your process, to your journey. I always say that your journey is as unique as you are. Yes, I say that there are no two people like you. You are special, you are distinct, you are unique, you carry a special assignment, you carry huge potential. There is no one, absolutely no one like you. There is no one like you. And indeed, your journey is as unique as you are. And then for us to go on that journey and be successful on that journey, we can't just go anyhow. We can't just go just because. You need to be equipped for that journey. You need to be equipped for that journey. And so the weekly live webinars are just one of the expressions of the Advanced Lounge, where we get to equip ourselves every Thursday, just once a week, for about 15 minutes or 1 hour thereabouts. We are talking about how do we equip ourselves, how do we retool our toolkit, so that on that journey, when the need arises, you are not running helter-skelter looking for what is not missing, but immediately the need arises, you have just what you need in your toolkit to help you to continue on that journey almost seamlessly. And so this is what the weekly live webinars are about. They are just one of the expressions. In the Advanced Lounge, we have courses, we have boot camps, we have resources. Everything is geared towards making you a more superior version of yourself, is geared towards getting you to the place where you think But not just think, you plan, but not just plan, that you take action. And then when those actions are taken in a consistent and in a structured way, then you will see the result. And I always say the results follow the action. So there is work to be done. There is work to be done, but you have to be ready, because guess what? You are not working on somebody else's farm. You're not working on somebody else's life. This, it's all about you, and it is not selfish. I say that you are the most important piece of your journey. Like, there is nobody as important as you on your own life journey. So this is why it is important that you make these investments of time, of energy, of resources into making you that superior version of yourself. It is then that you are able to then contribute effectively into the spaces that you operate. So whether it's at home, whether it's in your home, whether it's in your family, whether it's in your workplace, whether it's in your community, whether it's in the world, in your nation, the world, you are only able to contribute as effectively as you have been able to develop yourself. And so when we say the focus is on you, this is what it means, and this is how it translates into everywhere that you operate. Tonight is going to be amazing. I feel it already. Tonight is going to be amazing. If you are here, please get others to join you. Tonight, I said, we are exploring the conversations. We're not just we're exploring 10 hard conversations that you must have with yourself. 10 hard conversations that you must have with yourself if you really want to succeed. Tonight is about facing the truth, fixing the gaps, and building the future of your dreams. My name is Tracy Akpera. I'm a personal success coach. I'm the founder and the anchor of the Advanced Launch community. And my job, I love my job. My job is to show you the possibilities that exist for you. And I dare say that the possibilities, they are endless, they are limitless. Like, there are heights for you to climb, there are territories for you to take, there are grounds for you to cover that will just blow your mind. My job is to show you exactly the possibilities that are available to you, and not just that, but to show you how you can begin to navigate from where you are now to where you want to be. Because you see that gap, the gap between where you are now and where you want to be is overwhelming. There's a lot happening there. Everyone knows that that gap exists, but how do you make the move from where you are now to where you want to be? And so that is what I am sent to help you to do, to be able to navigate from where you are now to where you want to be. And I say you are going places. You carry such a huge potential, and I can't wait for you to explore that potential and enter into all that God has ordained for you to be. So tonight, please fasten your seatbelt. Please be here. Please give energy in the room, and let's do this together. 10 hard conversations you must have with yourself if you really want to succeed. And so tonight, we're going to be talking about some uncomfortable truths, that we tend to avoid. And we're going to try to understand, why do people even avoid these conversations, and why these conversations are actually necessary for your growth. All this to be able to position you for success going forward, position you in such a way that you are able to make the most of your time, you're able to make the most of your life, and you're positioned for success going forward. So are you ready? Let me see your comment in the comment section. Say, I'm ready, coach, let's go. I'm ready, coach, let's go. I always say that many of us, we don't have, we lack, or we are not, yes, we lack the ability to just sit down and call ourselves to a meeting. If you heard me speak before, I always say that I call myself to a meeting, and you must normalize it. You must normalize calling yourself to a meeting. I always say humorously, I call myself to a meeting, and that meeting is just me, but I'm the CEO, I'm the COO, I'm the CFO, I'm the chief, every CCO, see everything. I'm the chief, and I sit on the board, and it is Tracy and Tracy Nigeria Enterprises Limited conglomerate, everything. And I sit on the board, and I call myself to a meeting, and I tell myself, I sit down with myself, I say, come girl, and I begin to tell myself have some real conversations with myself. But I've discovered that many of us would rather talk to everybody except the one person who truly matters. There's one person who truly matters, and that is why I say that you are the most important piece. So say it again. I am the most important piece. We talk to everybody else, but the person who truly matters, that is you, we shy away from, or we turn a blind eye to. That person. We talk to everyone else. There's always a series of it. I think it was today I was telling people that, do you know how many meetings people get into in a day? The meetings are every, like, the meetings are there are so many meetings, but we meet with everybody, we say everything to everybody except the one person who truly matters to you, and that is yourself. We advise people, we correct people, we motivate people, we all different things. But when it comes to facing ourselves, guess what? We duck, we dodge, you disappear. Because we don't want to have hard conversations, least of all with ourselves. We don't want to have hard conversations, least of all with yourself. I want to ask you, when was the last time you sat yourself down and asked yourself, what exactly am I doing with my life? Let me see your comment in the comment section. When was the last time you actually sat yourself down and asked yourself, what exactly am I doing with my life? And before I continue, I like to say, this is a disclaimer that this session, as I always say in every weekly live webinar, is going to come at you like, come, this woman, you get me for mind, and I get you for mind, but in a good way. Calm down, in a good way. So this session is not about judgment, it's about awakening, it's about waking you up. A lot of us were sleeping on duty, we are sleeping on business, and guess what? Time is moving, and you are sleeping on business. So this webinar is not an attack, it is not an affront, it is not a judgment, it is an awakening. Because guess what? You cannot build a successful life on top of unanswered questions. Many of us, we run away. We run away because we don't want to face the reality. We don't want to face the answers. We don't want to ask the questions because we don't like the answers. You can already preempt the answer. So we don't want to get into we don't want to get into the place where we are asking the questions because we already know that we will not like the answer. So tonight, please breathe. Breathe. It is not a judgment, it is not an attack. I love you so much. We need to wake up. So tonight we're talking about the 10 hard conversations that you must have. It's not with your village people, it's not with your clan, your umunna. It's not with those people. That you must have with yourself. People run away from them, but you must have them with yourself. If this is your plan, if you really desire, or you really want to succeed, then you must have the conversation. So why do these conversations matter? Hard conversations. Why is it that I say they are hard, but I'm saying they matter? A hard conversation is a conversation about truth. It's a dialogue. Like I said, I call myself to a meeting, and I have a meeting, like there are several people in the meeting. So a hard conversation is a truth, it's a conversation, it's a dialogue rather, around the truth that you have with your own self, about who you are, about where you are, and what needs to change. Please let me write those in the comments. Who I am, where I am, and what really needs to change. You must normalize having hard conversations. And tonight we're talking about 10 hard conversations that you must have with your own self. And what are you talking about? Who are you? Many people cannot say who they are. No, who you are doesn't mean you are a doctor. Who you are doesn't mean, oh, you are a lawyer, you are a mother. No. Who are you? Where exactly are you now? And where are you is not a geographical location. Where are you in your life? And then what needs to change? These are some of the hard conversations that would rather not have, because we don't want to confront the truth. But guess what? When you don't ask the questions, you don't get the answers, and so you don't get to move forward. So who are you? Where are you? And what needs to change, like ASAP? What needs to change? You cannot grow. You must understand that you cannot grow beyond your level of honesty. And I used to say that the worst kind of self-deception The what kind of deception rather is self-deception. Like, you can lie to everybody, but for goodness sake, don't lie to yourself. You know exactly what is going on. You know exactly where it is pinchy. You know exactly what you should be doing. So you must be honest with yourself. And this is why these hard conversations matter. You cannot grow, you cannot rise when you are lying to yourself. Please let me write in the comment section. Enough of lying to myself. Enough of lying to yourself. You cannot rise, you cannot grow, you cannot move beyond your level of honesty. This is why you need to have the hard conversation. No matter how hard it is, you must understand that it is only with being honest and being open to yourself. Remember, this dialogue, this conversation is not with some third party out there. First of all, sit with yourself and have some hard conversations. Don't wait until you are looking for one mentor or sit down with yourself and have some conversations. You can't fix what you are unwilling to confront. Most of us, like, we are like the ostrich. You know very well that things are not where they are supposed to be. You know very well, but would rather bury our head in the sand. And I say to you tonight that what you are unwilling to confront, you cannot fix it. When you know that there is something wrong, you must be willing to confront it. And remember, this is about 10 hard conversations that you must have with yourself. Many of us are also running. We're running from ourselves. That is the greatest contradiction in itself. We are running from ourselves. And this is the fastest way for you to get stuck. Because guess what? You cannot run from yourself. But we're trying to run away from ourselves. So you know that there is something. You know that that you cannot answer the questions. You know that there's something something needs to happen. Something needs to give. But you're running away from that. And what happens? You remain in that position. So we need these hard conversations matter. And life will never reward you for avoiding. Life does not reward avoidance. So you cannot avoid. You know how we say somehow things will work themselves out. Things will not work themselves out. No, they won't. They won't. Nothing works until you work it. Let me write in the comment section. Nothing works until you work it. So you cannot avoid it and just hope. Let's hope against hope and just pray that everything somehow just comes together. No, and I'm getting increasingly aware that this thing we are joking with is one life. They are not two. You don't get a second chance with another life. Is one life. You can't joke with it. And life will not reward you for avoiding. Life rewards you for alignment. You need to enter into the alignment. And why do many people, we're talking about, it's hard conversation. Many people avoid hard conversations. They fear what the truth will reveal. They fear the requirements, what they may be required to do. So we'd rather let's just be coasting. Sometimes we'll say, don't worry, maybe next week, I will, because there's a requirement. There's a requirement. When you ask the questions, you get the answers. There is a requirement. There's a requirement to moving beyond where you are. There is a requirement. There's a requirement for changing. We say what needs to change, right? There is a requirement for changing. And many people are afraid of change. Too many of us, in fact, are comfort in the familiar. Today, I think I did a post about why the comfort zone is so seductive, is so appealing, and why it keeps you stuck. Many of us are too comfortable. You are too comfortable. You are too at ease. You are too comfortable. We are comfortable in the familiar. And sometimes we avoid these conversations. We avoid having these hard conversations because, we are ashamed about past decisions. But we are trying to move beyond the spot where we are. And, wrapping your head up, as somebody say, the past is good for just that is in the past. We learn from it, but you must move from it, because as long as you get caught up in the past, you stay in one spot and you can't move forward. Many of us also are afraid, or we avoid having these conversations because, we're afraid of losing people. Some people, that you have been going and been doing certain things with, you are afraid to confront, you're afraid to have those hard conversations with yourself, because it means that you may have to lose those people. You have to leave them. If something has to change, if something has to give, if you have to move, you have to grow, it means that you are about to lose some set of people. But rather than being okay with that, we say no, let's not have the conversation. And we are also afraid of losing some habits. We're afraid of shedding some identities. Somebody they know you as this, then you are afraid of shedding those identities. The last reason why people think why people avoid this conversation is that they think they have time. Please let me write in the comment section, there is no time. There is no time. You know that saying I used to say, there is no time like the present. Absolutely. There is no time like the present. Many people want to avoid these hard conversations because they think they have time. There is no time. There is no time. Delay is an illusion. Like, you will keep delaying, time will keep moving, and nothing ever gets done. And these are some of the reasons why people avoid these hard conversations. But you see, we must move beyond all these excuses and reasons. Many of them valid, but excuses, no matter how valid, don't produce results. Excuses, no matter how valid, never produce results. So if you want to succeed, if you know that you want to build sustained and sustainable success, if you really want to succeed, then there are these 10 hard conversations that you must have with yourself. Are you there? We are now getting into the meat of the matter. The first conversation, we're going 10 conversations. We don't have time, and it's going to be eye-opening for you. The first conversation that you must have with yourself: am I really living, or am I simply coping? You see, this conversation, it can it can reveal so much to you. Am I really living, or am I simply coping? Many of us, sad to say, many people are somehow just coasting and just coping and just surviving and just going. And remember, I said it's one life. It's one life. What if there was a better way? Would you be willing to have that conversation with yourself? Would you be willing to break it down? What am I really living? To what extent am I living? Is there more for me? Can I live better, happier, more fulfilled, and all that? And some pointers: do your days look the same? Some pointers for you to know whether you are really living or you are just simply coping. Do your days look the same? Are you surviving, or you are intentionally growing? You find yourself in the place where you are intentionally growing and you are stretching. And if everything feels safe, then you are just coping, you are just existing, because living involves stretching. Living involves stretching. So if you are just, if you are just coasting, just coping, then you must understand that there is no time, and you must really sit down to have these hard conversations, with yourself. Many people are avoiding this many people are avoiding this particular conversation about, am I really living, or I'm coping, because it is difficult to admit, it is painful to admit to themselves that they are stagnant. But in reality, when every day looks like the last day, every week that like the former week, every year like the former year, it means that there is something wrong, and you must sit down. If you don't sit down to have the conversations, you are going to, in your head, assume that all is well, or at best all will be well, and you just keep moving. But guess what is happening? You are staying in one place. You are not moving. You are not living. You are merely existing. That is the first conversation. Conversation number one: am I really living? Am I really living, or I'm simply coping? And there is, you can live, like you can really live. Is it possible? Absolutely, it is possible. Number two conversation that you must have with yourself: what am I running away from? What are you running from? Many people are running from something, running from failure, running from responsibility, running from discipline, running from their own potential. Whatever you avoid, whatever you are running from, you, you know that you know what is for your own good. And if you are running away from it, that means that you can never reap the dividends, you can never reap the rewards. You cannot run away from discipline, because discipline, when in the boot camp, that is the 12-week mentoring and coaching session that the advanced lounge runs, you know, where people go through structure, through a system that has structure and support. They see that they are building their lives very intentionally, precept upon precept and line upon line. In those 12 weeks, those guys are, they are growing tangibly. They can tell exactly where the change is coming from and how it's affecting them. And I always tell them that discipline is not about taking a class. Discipline is not about reading a book. Discipline is in the everyday things that you do, that you constrain yourself, like you tell yourself that this must be done and is done. That is how discipline is built. But if you are running from discipline, because discipline is what helps you to keep at it, to show up, to keep showing up. But if you run away from it, guess what? You can never have the results. You can never have the result. You can never have the result of the person who is. So what are you running away from? What are you running away from? Conversation number two. You must ask yourself, what's the problem here? What am I running away from? You have to stop and confront it. What is it? You need to take personal responsibility. What is it? There is something inside of you that there is a potential inside of you that you must manifest, that you must express. So what are you running away from? Are you running away from the responsibility? Are you running away from the discipline? Are you running away from the stretching? You know, many of us want all these tall results. You want to be 60 kg, 70 kg, the BMI this, you want to be this, you want to be that. But we are unwilling to commit ourselves to the process. What are you running away from? Second conversation, second hard conversation you must have with yourself. The first, we are going 10. We are going 10 conversations you must have with yourself if you really want to succeed. And I'm talking to the person that really wants to succeed, sustain it, in a sustained and a sustainable way. If you really want to succeed, then you must sit down and you must have these hard conversations with yourself. You must confront yourself. You must answer, you must ask these questions, you must answer them, and we must plot a way going forward. So the first hard conversation: are you really living, or you are simply coping? The second hard conversation is, what exactly are you running away from? What exactly is the problem? Why can't you take responsibility? Why can't you give yourself to discipline? What is the problem? What are you running away from? Answer the question. The third conversation that you must have, the third hard conversation that you must have with yourself: am I becoming someone I'm proud of? You see, becoming talks about change, it talks about evolving, it talks about transforming. Are you becoming someone you can be proud of? I always say that personal development, you are the first beneficiary, but you're not the only beneficiary. So first of all, you ask yourself, am I even becoming someone that I can be proud of? And then there are the other beneficiaries of your growth journey. Are you becoming somebody that your children, your spouse, your family, and all those other layers of people can be proud of? The truth is that many people are growing older, but they are not getting better. They are not growing better. So you must normalize asking yourself, am I becoming somebody that I can be proud of? Am I becoming more visionary? Am I becoming more focused? Am I becoming more resilient, more disciplined, more committed, more persistent? Am I becoming more bold, more courageous? Am I becoming? Are you becoming? The tragedy excuse me, the tragedy is in growing older but not getting better. It's a real tragedy. Just think about it. If your 10-year-old self met you today, would they be impressed? Like, not impressed, not that, oh, you are just getting by, you're just getting by. No, if your 10-old self met you today, would they be really impressed? Would they be really impressed? You must ask yourself. And every day, that is why one of my favorite saying is, day by day I'm getting better in all things. I just love how that it encapsulates that. I love how that saying just encapsulates, getting better in all things. It's not just, I'm getting better academically, or I'm getting better in this side. How are you getting better in all things? Everything that concerns you, you are getting more healthier, you're becoming more spiritual, you are becoming more mentally transformed, you are becoming, everything you are becoming, you are becoming. So many people are not becoming, and so they are not growing into people that they could be proud of. And the reason why many people avoid this conversation is because it forces you to acknowledge that something is wrong. So many people are not willing to ask themselves this question, to answer this question, that am I becoming someone I'm proud of? Because they don't want to see that, oh, there's a problem. I don't know. You know how, really, many people don't want to just confront, just to confront the issue that, oh, there is a problem. So we don't want to acknowledge the fact that there is a problem, there's a misalignment. So many people would rather not have this question. Many people would rather just be going, whether there is no time for a review, there is no time for say, okay, what's going on? How can we realign? There is no time. It's just, let's just be going every day, into every week, into every month, and we're just going, we're just going, and you are not becoming. You are not becoming. Please help me write in the comment section. I commit to becoming. I commit to becoming. And we must acknowledge every place of where there's a misalignment, with a view to entering into correct alignment. So are you becoming someone that you'll be proud of? That is hard conversation number 3. First one, am I really living, or am I coping? Number 2, what exactly am I running from? Number 3, am I becoming someone I can be proud of? Number 4, why am I still in the same place? Hard question, hard conversation number 4. Why are you still there? Oh, this thing, we complain, we whine, we complain, we say this one, and we are not willing to do anything about it. So why are you still in that same place? And you know what the same place is. This is why it's a conversation that you must have with yourself. You know what that same place is. I don't know. You are the one that knows. Why are you in that same place? Whether it's on your spiritual journey, on your mental growth journey, in relationships, in career and excuse me, career and hobbies, in your physical health. Why are you still in the same place? Choices, habits, environment, excuses, lack of strategy. But these are all the reasons why you are in the same place, and you are unwilling to ask yourself. And so every day let's just see how it goes, and then we go, and then we come, and every day we complain, every day we come back, and nothing changes because we are unwilling to confront, we are unwilling to ask the question, we are unwilling to look at the answers critically, and to begin to deduce a way forward. That you are in the same place, and you know what that place is. I've said it. You are the only one that knows what that place is. But you must understand that stagnation has a cause. There is something that caused it. So you must find the cause, and you must confront it. So why are you still in the same place? A hard question number 4. Your choices are causing you to be in the same place. The habits are causing you to be in the same place. The environment is encouraging you to be in the same place. Excuses, your excuses, encouraging you to be in the same place. Lack of strategy is that, oh, you are unwilling to exert yourself. You're willing to apply yourself. So there is no strategy. So every year we're in the same place. So why are you still there? 4 conversations that we've looked at so far. We're going into the number 5 right now. Number 5 conversation, hard conversation that you must have with yourself. Am I mismanaging my potential? Am I mismanaging my potential? Many of us are. And I always say that you carry huge potential. Nobody is manufacturing potential to put inside of you. Is follow come, as we say in Nigeria. Is right inside of you. Nobody is manufacturing something from somewhere to put inside of you. No. There is huge deposit of potential inside of you, waiting to manifest, waiting to be expressed. Are you mismanaging the potential? Hard conversation number 5. Many of us are undervaluing our gifts. Many of us are wasting opportunities. Please we did a webinar on time, Kairos versus Chronos. Please look for that webinar and watch it. Many of us are wasting opportunities because we are waiting for the time. Meanwhile, you were supposed to use your chronological time, your chronos, to prepare and be in the state of preparedness. Prepare and remain in the state of preparedness, because the Kairos time, the opportune moment, is coming. And in that opportune moment, you don't have time to prepare. In that opportune moment, you only have time to grab the opportunity. But you must have used your time, your chronological time, your days, your weeks, your months, your years, to prepare for you to be able to take advantage. But where you are not prepared, opportunities come and you're unable to grab them. And guess what? They are wasted. They go. And then you have to wait for another time when such an opportunity will come and meet you prepared. Another reason why we are mismanaging our potential is we are addicted to the comfort zone. You are addicted to the comfort zone. So, and you are in that, you are just happy to be in that place. But guess what? There is a lot that could have been expressed. There's a lot that could have been manifested. There's a lot that could have been given. You could have blessed the world with your potential, but you are addicted to that corner, to that comfort zone, because it doesn't demand anything from you, because it doesn't stress you, it doesn't stretch you. So you are there, but guess what? You are mismanaging your potential, and we're unwilling to ask these questions. These are hard conversations. Am I mismanaging my potential? Many of us, we are in that comfort zone, and I'm always very passionate about the comfort zone, because the comfort zone, it feels so comfortable, but we are mostly unaware of just how much the comfort zone is sucking away from us. Don't stop being addicted to the comfort zone. You are mismanaging your potential because you are afraid of visibility. It is only when we see what you carry that we can celebrate it, that we can recognize it, that we can reward it. But many of us, no, don't let, so you stay at the back. I always say, don't be at the back. Please let me write your name in the comment and say, write your name and say, don't be at the back. Stop being at the back. You carry something. You carry a huge potential. We need to see it. We need to hear it. We need to recognize it. We need to celebrate it. We need to reward the potential that you carry. But we can't see you. We need to see you. We need to hear you. You are mismanaging your huge potential. And many people avoid this conversation about potential because potential places a huge responsibility on you. And we are running away. Remember one of these that we're running away from now? Conversation number 2. We're running away from responsibility. You see how it connects? We're running away from responsibility. And so we are mismanaging our potential because we don't want to live up to the response. We don't want to be accountable. We don't want to take personal responsibility. But guess what? For the person who really wants to succeed, this is a question that you must ask. It's a conversation that must be had, and it's a conversation that the question that you must ask and answer and begin to chat a way forward. We have gone 5. Oh my God, time. We have gone 5 hard conversations you must have with yourself for if you really, really want to succeed. So, conversation number 6. What story am I telling myself that is limiting me? We have lots of stories that we tell. These stories, excuses, but they come as very, very interesting stories, even very valid, very believable, but stories all the same. And guess what? It's only you that knows the story that you're telling yourself. Oh, excuse me. It's only you that knows the story that you are telling yourself. I don't have time. My job won't let me. I'm not ready. Nobody to help me. Nobody to give me platform. No money. We have all kinds of stories that we tell ourselves. Please let me write in the comment section. No more stories. Write that, write exclamation mark. No more stories, because we have too many stories. Your stories are not helping you. And guess what? It's a conversation that you're not even willing to have. You are telling yourself stories, and you are not even willing to have the conversation that will review these things for what exactly they are. Limiting beliefs, they feel true, and we give ourselves all the excuses, all the stories. We tell ourselves it, and we believe them. We collect them, we hold on to them, we defend it. But limiting beliefs, they feel true, but that is just what they are. They are still limiting. So what story? What's the story you are telling yourself? Conversation number 7. Is my salary my ceiling, or am I my ceiling? How, I think, was it last week or 2 weeks ago that we spoke about, 2 weeks ago, yes, we spoke about how the salary is your salary, the bribe you are giving to forget your dreams. Some people say your salary is the bribe you are giving to forget your dreams. And so, one hard conversation you must have with yourself. Come, sit down. Is this salary that is my problem, or am I my own problem? Ask yourself the question. Is it this salary that is my problem, or am I my own problem? The salary, I think that day we answered that question. Your salary is not your problem. Your boss is not your problem. Your paycheck is not your problem. The problem is the problem. You must sit down and answer it. Oh, are you the problem? Because it seems like this. It seems like the likely answer. Are you your own problem? Because the paycheck, honestly, your paycheck is not the problem. Your salary is not the problem. Your boss, how we say your boss, my boss, wicked bosses all around. Your boss is not your problem. How you think about that paycheck, that is the real problem. How you've let yourself in that comfort zone, that is the real problem. How we've allowed the comfort zone to tell us to sell us lies. You don't have time, you don't have this. How we've allowed the comfort zone to sell us a story, and we've collected it and we've believed it, we've lived with it. That is the real issue. Your salary is not this. Your paycheck is not the problem. And I always say that when people, we need to disabuse our minds. We need to disabuse our minds completely from this narrative. Your salary is not your problem. Your paycheck is not what you are giving to forget your dreams. It's another story that we tell ourselves, and we must begin to tell ourselves the truth. And many people avoid this question because it's just so much easier. It's just so much easier, to blame somebody else, the paycheck, the salary, the boss, the work, the this, the that. It's so much easier to just blame everyone else and everything else. But I'm inviting you that it is time for us to really, really look at this matter critically. Let us begin to look beyond the paycheck. So from December 7th to 9th, we are running the Beyond the Paycheck course. And I want to invite you to join us in that program. It's 3 days. It's a 3 days of transformation. It is a 3 days that is built in its entirety to help you to begin to move beyond just that survival loop, that place where we are stuck in, thinking that this is the ceiling, my paycheck is the ceiling, nothing can happen beyond this, I need to, and we are stuck in the loop of work, earn, spend, repeat. That cannot be the way that we live this one life. This one life cannot be about you wake up, you work, you earn, you spend, and then you repeat the cycle over and over, year in and year out. That is not you. This your one life is not all about that, and it is time for you to begin to look beyond the paycheck. So from December the 7th to December the 9th, we're running the beyond the paycheck course, and currently we're on the early bird offer where you get to pay just 14,999 to access 3 days of the course, and we have added bonuses, additional perks worth over 100,000 naira. I particularly like the guide that you're going to get for free. It's called Play to Win and Not Just to Get By. It's 100 practical ways that you can begin to upgrade your life. That is coming to you as one of the resources in that bundle. So you want to get in on this because we're going to be looking at how do we begin to move, how do we get really tired of this survival mode, and what do we need to do to begin to move forward, and how do we do that, and how do we sustain it, how do we live a life that is beyond the paycheck. The paycheck is good, and I always say this course is not about money, it's about meaning. How do we bring meaning? Because you living the life on that loop of earn, spend, uh, earn, work, earn, spend, repeat, it cannot be a life of true meaning. So how do we look beyond? And this is not about trashing your paycheck. No, this is not about go sack your boss thing. No, that is not what the course is about. The course is how do we bring out meaning? How do we bring out meaning? How do we live lives of meaning, of impact, of fulfillment, of legacy? So I invite you, join us for that course. Everything it's going to be a real shift. The course is designed to bring a shift from survival mode to begin to look at real significance, living a life of real significance that understands that there is something way beyond the paycheck. This cannot be all. Please let me write in the comment section, this, it cannot be all. I believe that where you are now, what you are doing, it is not all that there is to you. So I invite you to join me on these 3 days from December 7th to 9th as we go beyond and begin to explore beyond the paycheck. I hope to see you there. You will have all the details in the links. Please, in the comments, please click the links. Please join. You can make payment on seller. You can make direct payments to the bank account. But by all means, join us in the course. There's going to be the resources very thoughtfully crafted to ensure that we are experiencing that shift. There's a lot that we are planning for in those 3 days, and I really look forward to having you in that session. So we're looking at the 10 hard conversations that you must have with yourself if you are really prepared for if you are really preparing for success. And we just look at conversation number 7, is my salary my ceiling, or am I my ceiling? And we've said your salary is not the problem. Your salary is not the problem. And many people don't want to even have this conversation because it will reveal a lot of gaps. So many people would rather not. But if you are one who is thinking about real sustain and sustainable success, then you must begin to have these conversations. Conversation number 8 is that, am I disciplined enough? Am I disciplined enough to deserve what I'm praying for? Gang. Am I disciplined enough to deserve the things that I'm praying for? I know you are praying hard. You want this, you want that, and God will do it. But ask yourself, this is a hard conversation. Conversation number 8. Am I disciplined enough to deserve what I'm praying for? This one I know it's hitting hard, but it is necessary. Because get this, you don't rise to the level of your wishes. Many of us have wishes, we have goals, even we have plans. You don't rise to the level of your wishes or your goals or your plans. You will only rise to the level of your habits. So for instance, I cannot be praying for a 60 kg body, but all my habits are that of 120 kg habits. So there is there's a misalignment. So you must ensure, you must ask yourself this question, so that you will know, am I disciplined enough? Do I deserve the things that I'm praying for? Do I deserve the things that I'm praying for? So you must sit down and act. Many people will avoid this conversation because it confronts laziness and inconsistencies, because we are unwilling to do the work. But we just want to say, okay, let us pray, and then, let's just see how it goes. And then, but we are unwilling to commit. We are unwilling to apply ourselves to do the work. We at best show up without consistency. And so if you are that person that is showing up with laziness sometimes, when I feel like inconsistently, then you must ask yourself, am I disciplined enough to deserve the things that I'm praying for? And that is conversation number 8. Conversation number 9. What do I actually want from my life? What do I actually want from my life? I know these conversations are hard, but they are conversations that must be had. You can see them. There are things that we tend to run away from, but in reality, we cannot do without them. Asking yourself, what do you really want from life? Do you know the kind of mental reset that this thing will do to you? You must be willing to sit down and have these hard conversations if you really want to succeed. But if you don't want to succeed, okay, maybe you can go on your merry way. But if you really desire success, and good success, like the Bible calls it, then you must be willing to sit down and have these hard conversations. And so I ask you this evening, what do you really want from life? I said this is your one life, right? This your one life. You don't get a second chance at this. Is this one life? This is all you get for however long. Some people go 43, some people go 63, some people go 70 something, some people go 80 something, some people go 20 something. However long you have, that cannot be determined by you. But however long it is that you have, ask yourself, what do you really want? What do I really want from this life? Not small dreams, not some income, not income, convenient goal. Real aspirations, real goals, real plans, a real vision. What do you really, really want from life? And you know why many people avoid these questions, this conversation? Because when you have big dreams, or big aspirations, or big plans, or a big vision, it demands big decisions. It demands big actions. It places a demand on you. And many of us are not ready. Please let me write in the comment section, I'm ready. Listen, it's not 2 lives. One. Apostle Paul spoke about pouring his life out. This one life. That's the first time I heard that thing. I think it's getting some 10 years ago. This one life. You must commit to ensuring that everything that you are placed on this earth to do. You must not shy away from responsibility. You must not shy away from what you are being called, the assignment that has been placed, God has entrusted into your hands. Remember, the potential is inside of you, the assignment. And I always say, what you have been placed on this earth to do, nobody else will do it, or at least not as well as you could have done it. So God is counting on you. The world is counting on you. The Bible does say, please excuse my quoting of the Bible, I'm a Christian, so it will come up in conversations from time to time. The Bible does say that the whole world is waiting for your manifestation. That means there is something inside of you that you must bless this world with. There is something inside of you that the world is looking up to you for. So why are you in the corner? Why are you at the back? You must ask yourself, what is it? What is it? What do you really want? Why are you here? What do you really want? And you must be ready. You must be committed to doing all that it is, because this is where the rubber meets the road, right? Where, you know, we don't even want to figure it out, because we know that it will be too much. I cannot come and go and kill myself. You know what we say? I cannot come and go and kill myself and come and die on top of the matter, you know. But you must be willing to, when you know that there is something that you actually want. But what is that thing? Are you even willing to sit down and have that conversation with yourself? Conversation number 10. We have gone number 9 already. We have gone 9 hard conversations. 9 hard conversations that you must be willing to have with yourself if you really, really want to succeed. Conversation number 1. Am I really living, or am I simply coping? Number 2. What am I running away from? Remember, you are talking to yourself in the first person, because it's not conversation with another person. Number 2, what am I running away from? You put your name there and ask the question. Number 3, am I becoming someone I'm proud of? Number 4, why am I still in the same place? Why are you still in the same? Why are you still there? Number 5, am I mismanaging my potential? Number 6, stories are you telling? Am I telling myself that is limiting me? And as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself also. Preacher is preaching to herself. So don't think that this message is hit this session is hitting you alone. Number 7, is my salary my ceiling, or am I my ceiling? Number 8, am I disciplined enough to deserve the things that I'm praying for? Number 9, what do I actually want from life, from this one life that I have? Number 10, are you ready? Are you ready for number 10? If nothing changes, what will my life look like in 5 years? If nothing changes, what would your life look like in 5 years? If you are doing exactly the things that you are doing right now and nothing changes, can you sit and describe the life that you will have in 5 years? Because get this, if nothing changes, exactly where you are now is exactly where you'll be in 5 years, if nothing changes. And something we can only change when you change it. And many people don't like this conversation. It's something that you must allow, to let the import of the words, let it sink in. If nothing changes, what will my life look like in 5 years? Let it sink in. And that is why it's number 10. People will avoid this conversation because it reveals the consequences, the real consequences of our inactions. And many times we'd rather not think about the future, right? We don't want to belabor ourselves. We don't want to think about, what's going to happen in the future, But the sad thing is that whether you think about it or you do not think about it, that reality is coming. The reality must come calling. So it is actually in your best interest that you begin to sit and think about it. What can I if nothing changes, what will my life look like? And what can I begin to do? You must have these hard conversations. I know that it's hard. Many times the questions will bring answers like we don't really want. But remember, if you are the person on a journey of growth, of success, then you must ask this question. I mean, and people run away from this question, as we have said before. People don't want to. People are afraid of the growth that these questions would demand, because the questions will force you to bring answers. And for you to chart a course forward, it demands growth. And growth demands that you change. And change demands courage. Did you get that? when you ask these questions, you force yourself to confront the answers, and they demand growth. And growth demands that something is changing. If not, nothing will change unless something changes. That growth demands change. And for you to get up and change anything at all, it demands courage. And many of us are unwilling to confront this growth, change, and finding the courage. And the truth of the matter is that people do not actually fear failure. They actually fear responsibility. They don't actually fear the truth. They just fear the work that the truth demands of them. But you must, for the person that is on their journey of growth, of transformation, of success, not the kind of success that is here today and tomorrow is not, the kind of success that is sustained, then you must normalize asking yourself, you must normalize having hard conversations. And these conversations can go beyond this. This is for the sake of this 1 hour class. And I hope you've taken down notes. If you've not, you feel free to go over the session, catch a replay again, and let the words really sink down into your subconscious. But much more than that, I say that it is important for us to hear these things, but it is much more important that we are able to, as a result of the things that we have heard, begin to take action and begin to get into that place where we are changing something and we are taking action. Because, as I like to say, the results follow the action. And facing these conversations, it requires structure, it requires guidance, it requires support, it requires you to really be guided through. It requires that. Many people think, oh, I'm going to do a loan, but it helps when you have the kind of structure that you are required, so that you can go through the process and you can have the kinds of results that you want. And this is why you must be in the Beyond the Paycheck course. This is why you really, really cannot afford to miss this one out. This is why you must be in the course. So please register for the course. The registration fee is 24,999, but we have an early bird offer which closes on November the 30th. And for that time, for that limited time, you get the course for at 14,999 instead of 24,999, and you get the course, the 3 days course, and the whole course menu, plus other additional perks worth over 100,000 naira. And I want you to take advantage. Take advantage. Remember, we are saying that this conversation, this is not about money. It's about how do we build a life? How do we build lives of meaning? And when you look at all these conversations that we've had, or we've brought into our consciousness, that there are gaps. There are gaps. And this course will help us to begin to address some of those gaps. So please take advantage of the offer. We will drop the links in the comment section. Please take advantage of the offer. We have the play to win, not just to get by ebook. We have Beyond the Paycheck workbook. We have the additional bonuses that you get, worth over 100,000 naira. Everything valid, everything useful for you to really, really go beyond the paycheck. So don't just confront the truth. Make sure that you are building yourself for a structured transformation that will endure, and I know that your future self will thank you. I want to say a very big thank you so much, everyone, for joining us in tonight's edition of the Advanced Lounge weekly live webinar, where we explored 10 hard conversations that you must have with yourself if you really want to succeed. And I want to tell you that the day you start telling yourself the truth is the day your life begins. Many of us are shying away from the truth, but it is only the day that you decide, the day that you start telling yourself the truth, that you really, 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 really begin to live. And you can continue to avoid the hard conversation. It's an option. Or you can actually decide that you want to step into growth, into purpose, and into alignment. At the end, you get to choose the kind of life you want. And I dare say that you can have a life that is beautiful, a life that has a lot of meaning, a life that is fulfilling, impactful, and a life that will leave a lasting legacy. We just ask that you allow us to help you build that, to help you to begin to navigate from where you are now to where you want to be. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us in this week's edition of the Advanced Lounge Weekly Live Webinar. I've had a wonderful time hosting you to tonight. It's always my delight and my pleasure to host these weekly live webinars, and tonight has not been an exception. Thank you so much for being here. I know that it has been an impactful 1 hour plus a few minutes, and I know that there is a lot for you to think through. Please go make sure that you don't just allow this information to just go by. Make sure that you've grabbed something and that you start doing something immediately. First thing, please register for the Beyond the Paycheck course form that we hold from 7th to the 9th of December, and this will help us to begin to build, to bridge a lot of gaps. This will help us to begin to bridge a lot of gaps, and I look forward to having you in that course. I look forward to you joining us on our various online platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and right here on YouTube. If you're here, please make sure that you click the subscribe button so that you get to be notified when we have content. And yes, join us on TikTok as well. We are all over, and everything that we do, every engaging content, every day we are engaging to ensure that we are equipping ourselves for our journey of personal growth. This is our life mission. This is our overarching objective in the Advanced Lounge, to help you to move forward purposefully in life, by helping you, by empowering you with the resources, the tools, and the support to enable you to think, to plan, and to take action. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, and I look forward to seeing you next week, Thursday at 8 p.m. sharp, as we have another edition of the Advanced Lounge Weekly Live Webinar. Until then, have a good night, and remember that you can be more. Good night, everyone.